Micah starts his day early. He wakes up at 4:30 a.m. He takes a shower, gets dressed, then drinks a coffee. He takes the bus through the city to go to work. He gets to work at 5:30 a.m. He works at a restaurant. He cooks breakfast for the people who come to the restaurant. He cooks eggs, pancakes, and waffles. Questions. When does Micah wake up? What does Micah drink in the morning? How does Micah get to his job? Where does he work? Micah wakes up at 4:30 a.m. Micah drinks his coffee in the morning. Micah takes the bus. He works at a restaurant. Luisa works at a school. Her son goes to the same school she works at. The school day ends at 3:30 p.m. They come home at 4 p.m. Luisa cooks dinner while her son watches TV. Her husband comes home at 5 p.m. They eat dinner together and then they play outside. Questions. Where does Luisa work? What does her son do while she cooks? When does her husband come home? What do they do after they eat dinner? Luisa works at a school. Her son watches TV while she cooks dinner. Her husband comes home at 5 p.m. After they eat dinner, they play outside. Sarah E. and Nico have a baby. Every night, Sarah E. gives the baby a bath. Then, Nico reads the baby a book. They put the baby to sleep at 7 p.m. After that, she sweeps the floor while Nico washes the dishes. Then, they play video games together. Questions. Who gives the baby a bath? What time does the baby go to bed? What does Nico do while Sarah E. sweeps the floor? What do they do after they clean? Sarah E. gives the baby a bath. The baby goes to bed at 7 p.m. Nico washes the dishes while Sarah E. sweeps the floor. After they clean, they play video games together. Julissa loves the mornings. She wakes up at 7 a.m. and gets ready to go for a run. After her run, she comes home, takes a shower, eats breakfast, and leaves the house by 9 a.m. She arrives at work at 10 a.m. Questions. What time does Julissa wake up? What does Julissa do after she wakes up? What does she do before she leaves for work? What time does she arrive at work? Julissa wakes up at 7 a.m. She goes for a run. Before she leaves for work, she takes a shower and eats breakfast. She arrives at work at 10 a.m. Abdul loves nights. He plays video games with his friends for 2 hours every night. Then he eats dinner around 9 p.m. He washes the dishes and then watches TV. He usually goes to bed around midnight. Questions. What time of day does Abdul love? How much time does he spend playing video games? What does he do after he eats dinner? What time does he usually go to bed? Abdul loves nights. He plays video games for 2 hours every night. After he eats dinner, he washes the dishes and then watches TV. He usually goes to bed around midnight. Tim walks to work. He leaves his house at 8 a.m. He stops at a coffee shop to buy a coffee. He gets to work at 9 a.m. At noon, he walks to a park to eat his lunch. After he eats his lunch, he reads a book and then walks back to his job. Questions. What time does Tim leave his house? Where does he stop on his way to work? Where does he eat his lunch? What does he do before he walks back to work? He leaves his house at 8 a.m. He stops at a coffee shop on his way to work. He eats his lunch in a park. He reads a book before he goes back to work. This is my evening routine. I play outside with my family. Then at 7 p.m. we come in and brush our teeth. I read a book to my son, then he goes to bed. After that, I play a board game with my husband. Questions. What time of day do I play outside with my family? What do we do at 7 p.m.? What do I do with my son before he goes to bed? What do we do after my son goes to bed? You play outside with your family in the evening. You brush your teeth at 7 p.m. You read a book with your son before he goes to bed. You play a board game. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more English practice videos and give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful.